YouTube, we are playing the best deck for the KC Cup. We went 12 wins in a row, 12 win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could even check out this. Boom, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom. You can also go to twitch.tv/duellinksmeta. You can watch me live, watch the win streaks live. You can also refer to the VOD that is recorded. The source of this gameplay, it's raw and recorded live on twitch.tv/duellinksmeta. We can't edit or manipulate stuff like other people that may be doing that. Let's go, Fools!
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
KC Cup Stage 2 is upon us. It is a 72-hour event. First place goes to the World Championship, and this video is about the best deck to play for the KC Cup. The Top Player Council is the best performing players of every 3 months. They get initiated into the Top Player Council. And I agree with them. They believe that Noble Knights is the #1 best deck going into the KC Cup. So that is exactly what we're gonna play and talk about. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't have this deck that you are screwed or to not even bother playing if you don't have Noble Knights. This is just your best shot if you already have this deck or you're willing to invest in this deck. Otherwise, there are plenty of decks that will do well in the KC Cup, and Noble Knights may not even get first place. I'm not saying that this is going to get first place, but this is your best shot of doing incredibly well and probably most likely to get first place, if not a deck that hard counters Noble Knights. So you either need to play Noble Knights or play to beat Noble Knights, because this is going to be the center of the KC Cup. Going into the KC Cup, we have some expectations. One of those expectations is that many of your opponents are going to have very powerful turn 1 plays with a very powerful monster on the field that you have to deal with. So with that in mind, like Photon Strike Bounzer, a Quarantine, an Abyss Dweller with an Infantry, you're gonna want to deal with these cards that are kind of like back row, but they're not back row themselves. So the big trend has been to play Book of Moon or Offerings to the Doomed or Chalice to stop those turn 1 plays. You stop those turn 1 plays so that you can make your play. And even if you are gonna play the mirror match, they're gonna likely have a Merlin in the graveyard with a trap, which means they could special summon a Dristan and then pop a card that you're trying to make a play with. So if you're trying to make a turn 1 play, you could get disrupted that way, and Book of Moon and Offerings can help you with that in the mirror match. So optimally, I'm playing triple Book of Moon to help deal with those turn 1 disruptors. We don't want to be negated by Bounzer. We can't special summon light monsters, so we have to flip this down or pop it with Offerings or negate it with Chalice. The Dweller's going to quick play detach the Infantry and pop us, so that's very dangerous, and we have to deal with those. In addition to that, we want some back row, whether it be Karma Cut, Raigeki Break, Providence, Hololife Barrier, Treacherous Trap Hole, Canadia. I'm going to be playing Karma Cut. So understand, you could replace Karma Cut with anything. You could replace Book of Moon with Offerings or Chalice to kind of serve the same purpose of Book of Moon. So don't be upset that if you don't have Book of Moon and you don't have the Karma Cut to just not play this deck. No, you should still play this deck. This deck is incredible. I would say you should still even play this deck if you don't have Custoning. You should really get it. It's really, really good. But if you don't have it, it's still an amazing deck. So what does the balance skill do in this deck? It guarantees that we open up a monster and a spell, not a trap. We're not guaranteed a trap because we don't play enough traps to be guaranteed a trap. So ideally with this deck, we want to open up either a Madrot, a Merlin, or a Boars, which we play 9 of in total, plus an equip card. Which how many equip cards we play? We play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 plus 9. We're guaranteed to open up a spell. We're guaranteed to open up a monster. Ideally, that's what we want. The best hand with this deck is opening up either of those 9 monsters plus either of those 9 spells, then a back row like Karma Cut or even Book of Moon. So very quickly, I'm just going to flash through some decks and their differences between mine and their deck, and you choose whatever you want to play. They're both good. All these are good. So this deck has different back row. This deck has a 3rd ARF instead of a 3rd Book of Moon. ARF is so good against the mirror match. If there's a warrior on the field, you're going to equip an ARF onto their monster, and then you're going to use your ARF to reduce their monster before you even summon a monster to pop their back row. So they're going to have a Set Canadia or a Treacherous pop their monster, so you definitely want to play lots of this. Now, a lot of people are going to play 2 Glory instead of 3. Glory and ARF, they kind of compete with each other, but for this player, maybe he didn't have a 3rd Book of Moon, and that's why he decided to play 3 and 3. Glory is a quick play equip spell. It will equip from your deck any equip, and it's quick play. Now, you can't use this on your opponent, so it's not as good as having an ARF in your hand if your opponent has a warrior on the field. But what's really good about this is if you don't open up the full combo, let's say you open up just a Boars and this, plus another equip card. You could set this, and then on your opponent's turn, because the Boars gets the trap in the graveyard, this will special summon a Dristin from the deck, and then you could use the quick play equip onto Dristin during your opponent's turn to pop a face-up card in the field. So that could be another huge benefit of Glory if you don't open up any back row or you don't open up the main Merlin combo, where a Glory plus a Boars is going to turn into Disruption. Let's move on to another deck. Here, this player did well in an Anytime tournament. He maybe doesn't own Book of Moon, and he's playing Offerings of the Doomed and Chalice. Same premise, he's only playing 2 Glory. Very good, we'll move on to another. Triple Book of Moon, this looks very similar to what we are playing. It is a Canadia instead of the 3rd trap. That is okay. If you only play 2 traps, there is a small chance that you draw the trap and then you don't get to set up the combo, which I'll teach you in a bit. There's a 33% chance of that happening. If you draw the trap and you only have 1 to mill, there is a 33% chance where your whole combo gets messed up. It's so unlikely, though, that maybe not even worth worrying about, but that's kind of why I'm playing 3. And let's look at this next deck. See, I'm just showing you this so you know that there's other back where you could play. These are successful decks that are from the website. This is Hololive Barrier. See, you don't need the Karma Cut. You don't need the Book of Moon. These are successful players that are doing well, and their builds are a little bit different. That is okay. I'm trying to look to see if anyone's playing Pelennor, if anyone's changing up the monster count at all. It looks like everyone's using the same monster count as me. I'm swapping up the decks. There you go. Here's a player that went 1st place in the Meta Freakly very recently, and he's playing Pelennor. If you want to play Pelennor, it's an extra target to summon with your trap. That is perfectly fine. Only when it's equipped itself with an equip card can you destroy the equip card and destroy 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It could be great for exceeding into the Cussanine, and it's great as an extra pop. You could pop a Dristin and also pop a Pelennor, or follow up Pelennor after you use the Dristin or you drew the Dristin, because if you draw Dristin, then you also mess up your combo. Your combo is not going to summon the Dristin, and instead you could summon the Pelennor during your turn to get poppin'. I'm going to show you the most powerful turn 1 play that this deck could do. You need to open up a Merlin. You need to open up an equip. You will consistently be doing this, so pay attention to this. It's not some wild, outlandish play. All the Noble Knight players are doing it against you, and you're going to do it against them. So you summon the Merlin. Merlin tribute itself, special summon a Madrat. Madrat with an equip. Now the Madrat has the effect, and it's also level 5, and it will special summon a Noble Knight from the deck. We're going to special summon a Boars. Boars is out on the field. That's going to destroy the Destiny and re-equip it onto the Boars. So it goes to the grave, it activates, now it equips onto the Boars, and we lose our token. We're not level 5. Now the Boars is level 5. The Boars will activate its effect to reveal 3 Noble Arm cards. You're going to reveal at least 2 traps. So trap number 1 and trap number 2, but you have to reveal a 3rd card also. You have to reveal, I would say, Gwen is one of the best cards to reveal. So now your opponent randomly picks one of these, the rest go to the graveyard, 1 goes to your hand. If you pick 2 traps, you're guaranteed going to have the setup. Very good. So let's say you get the trap, and the Gwennifer and the other trap go to the graveyard. So this trap, don't worry about it. It's nothing. Let's pretend like it's not there. Now with the Gwennifer, we're going to activate to equip onto the Madrat. Now the Madrat is level 5, has an effect, and this is it. This is the ultimate disruption turn 1 play that doesn't require any other back row. During your opponent's turn, whenever you want, you're going to activate Merlin and the trap within the same chain link. Boom, boom. You're going to special summon your Dristin. And with Dristin on the field, Merlin is going to exceed the Boars and the Madrats to make your Artorgus. Now your equip cards fall off. And what happens is when the Destiny falls off, it's going to reactivate to equip onto the Dristin. And then the Dristin is going to pop a card on the field. Pop a face up. It's mandatory. Get poppin'. So if your opponent tries to make this play against you, they summon a Merlin turn 1, their turn 1, you pop it with this play. You go boom, boom, boom. You didn't need any backer. You didn't need Book of Moon. You didn't need Karma Cut. You didn't even need Custonine. This combo is pretty much just the structure deck, and you got it. So that is what you want to learn how to do a play like that. Well, it's quite new, but not so new. It's been out for a while, but it did not come out with the structure deck. This card is nuts. It's 2 level 4s, and you will detach up to 2 materials. You could even make it with 3 level 4s and then detach up to 3. But let's say normally you'll make it with 2 level 4s, and then you detach both your materials to return up to 2 cards on the field back to the hand. That is insane. For the mirror match, you want to return your opponent's Exceeds back to the extra deck. None of them will activate their effect. It wins the mirror match. It wins so many games. Then, if destroyed by battle or card effect, you could swing it in, you could force this to happen. It will activate in the graveyard to Exceed summon in Artorgus on the field, and then it will become the Exceed material under the Artorgus. Artorgus, 5-Aegis I like to call it, 2 level 5s, where the Madrat and the Boars become level 5 when equipped with something to help make this, or you can make it with the Custonine. It could detach a material, destroy a monster on the field. And if this is sent to the graveyard, similar to the Custonine, it will activate to special summon a monster, but this time from the graveyard. So any monster from the graveyard, the Artorgus will special summon from the grave. Gaia Dragon is quite lit. Gaia Dragon, you'll summon it on top of your Artorgus. You now inflict piercing damage. Any equipped cards on the Artorgus are going to fall off. Then they could re-equip onto your other Noble Knights. So if you want to rearrange your equips and have piercing damage, this is great for putting on top of it. The Malevolent Sin is a great card to use. As long as you don't Merlin effects, because you could only special summon Noble Knights for the rest of the turn, you could make a Malevolent Sin. With 2 level 4s, put them on top of each other, do a temporary banish. Banish a face down, a face up. You're going in for lethal if you're making a Malevolent Sin play. The trap could help greatly with making that. And then we have 4-Aegis. 4-Aegis, 2 level 4s. It could destroy back row equal to the amount of equips you control, so it's very good for dealing with back row. It has no effect when destroyed or sent to the graveyard, though. And then just a quick rundown of the deck. You already know what Madrat does. When equipped, it could summon a Noble Knight from the deck, but only if you have no other monster on the field. Dristin will protect your 1700 attack or lower monsters. I should say 1800, less than 1800 cannot be targeted for attacks or card effects, and when equipped will pop a card in the field. Merlin contribute itself to summon any Noble Knight from the deck, then quick play in the graveyard banish to Exceed Shokan using your fields. So you could do it in the battle phase, do it on your opponent's turn. You could attack, then Exceed, attack again. That's insane. Brothers is great because on summon, you could special summon up to 2 Noble Knights from your hand. This is a really good card in any matchup where if they mess up your field because you had previously summoned them from a previous turn or with your trap, you make plays, then you follow up with the Brothers, special summon from the hand. That is insane. Otherwise, you'll just special summon this card from the deck with your trap, and you'll return 3 Noble Knight cards in the graveyard back in the deck to draw 1. Boars will get your trap in the graveyard and add any Noble Arms card to your hand by randomly revealing 3. 1 goes to the hand. The Gwennifer equips from the hand or the graveyard, and based off the monster, it's going to give it a different effect. If you equip it onto a light monster like Dristin, the Dristin's going to gain 300 attack. Everyone gains 300 with the Gwennifer, but the Dristin will be protected from card effect destruction. If you equip it onto a Madrat, it becomes dark, if the monster is dark, it will destroy a monster at the start of the damage step. Arf is an equip that pops face downs. Caliburn will gain 500 life and 500 attack. A really good play with this is to continually activate it multiple times in one turn. You equip it onto Madra, gain 500. Summon a Boars, re-equip it onto the Boars, gain 500. Exceed with the Boars on the Madra into a 5-Aegis, re-equip the Caliburn, gain 500. That's 1,500 life in one turn. The Galton is for an instant plus 1,000 attack, but your attack decays every turn by 200. You have Destiny, which will protect you once per turn from any destruction, battle or effect destruction. And the trap, when it's not in the graveyard, you need to either discard it with Karma Cut or have an equip on the field. If you have an equip on the field, you reveal that many cards off the top of your deck, then you draw one of them by activating this while on the field. Then it gets it in the grave, then not the turn it's sent to the grave, but on the next turn, you could activate this to summon any Noble Knight from the deck with a different name than what's on the field or in the graveyard. And a cool little trick with this, if you have a Madrat on the field and you want to summon another Madrat from the deck, which you can't, just Exceed with it. If you Exceed with the Madrat, if it's under as a material, it doesn't count as being on the field or in the graveyard, then you could activate the trap in the grave to summon another Madrat. So do pay attention to a play like that, and that's the deck. This is the best deck for the KC Cup. Hopefully the explanations were good enough to get you started or have you improved with the deck. Make sure you're watching the gameplay. Have at it, fools! And here we go. This is why you want to play Chalice, Offerings to the Doomed, or Book of Moon. Going into the KC Cup, a lot of people, they're either going to have a Bounzer on the field, they're going to have a Quarantine on the field, and you need to be able to deal with it. So, let's summon a Merlin. Yes. See? Why would I waste Book of Moon first if he's going to Book of Moon me first? You Book of Moon me, we save our Book of Moon. Perfect. Perfect. Now, Bounzer is a warrior. That's why you want to play lots of Arf. Arf equipped on a Bounzer to pop a back row, that could be a really good thing. We got Mancer with nothing in the graveyard, but he could have a Bolt. If he has a Bolt, I'm okay with him wasting it and I could chain, so it's fine. Coats. Okay, I will allow him to Exceed, and then we could simply flip it down or banish it. Perfect. Onomats should be a very popular deck going into the KC Cup. Now, if you're joining the KC Cup at the lower ranks, you might not see a lot of Onomat, but I think within the top 100, if you're doing well, but even within the top 1,000, there should be a lot of Onomats. All right, so what do we want to do? We want to banish the Bounzer, Book of Moon, the Gaga Samurai, and let's do it. Mancer, boost up. You see, what's good against Onomats is simply just having back row. We got back row, we're good. We're not worried at all. Not one bit. Banish. Perfect. And Book of Moon. GG. No. Re. We're heroes. We're heroes. Let's go. Tributes. Come forth. Madrat. Now, Gaga Samurai is at 1,600 defense. Not large enough. Not large enough. We're going to equip Summon a Boars, mill 3, get a trap in the graveyard. We're going to either we could Exceed for 4,000 damage, or we could just attack over, then Exceed within the battle phase thanks to the Merlin, and then go in for lethal. You win right there. Pretty much, you could even mess up the play, and you'll still win, because he's completely out of resources. That's how you do it. Let's go. Nice. So please be nice to Gia. Thank you so much. Let's go, let's go. Now, notifications I have not gone to yet. I am about 1 hour behind on them. But I did shout you out for your months. I did not read your messages yet because I don't have time yet, but I'll be getting to them. Thank you. I'm just going from the top to bottom. So if you see a notification, I'm reading a new one, it's easier for me to just go from top to bottom. So the newest ones. Cody with the 8 months. Thank you. So glad to be here. Good luck in the Casey Cup, everyone. Thank you for the 8 months. 1 month away from officially having a child to me. Vulcan King Go. Thank you for the 12. Officially becoming a Gia. Loving it. Starlight Searcher. 17 months of joking from a refund. Sorry for reading that again. Thank you for 7 months of away from Ascendant. Restar. Not sure if anyone here in chat is attending university in the UK, but Jesus, the amount of money we're spending 9K if anyone here is wondering for attending pre-recorded lectures and assignments that are due not like this. Restart, thank you for 34 months, my friend. I'm very sorry to hear about your troubles. What the hell? Not cool. All right, so what do we want to do here is we know that he could summon a Dragon's Herd of White during his standby phase, so we do want to be careful of that. We're going to Madrat. Can you create fake delays? No. In real life, you can. Caliburn. We burning. So the problem here is we know that the Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon could turn into a monster that will protect his entire field from being targeted. So he'll be protected from targeting destruction. So if we summon a Dristan, we attempt to destroy, we would be able to destroy the Blue-Eyed White Dragon, and there's nothing he could do about it. But if we target the Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon, he could tag out. And then our follow-up Custody and Exceed will not deal with it. So we'll pop the Caliburn. Caliburn, equip onto the Boars. He will negate. We will activate Glory of the Noble Knights onto the Boars. So this is kind of like a mini Abyss Dweller. A mini Dweller. I think the Destiny might be really good for us, or a Gallatin. We could get Gallatin in the graveyard, though. Yeah. So the Artorgus, we do want it to be big enough to take out the Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon. Ideally, he does not make an Azure Eyes when we make the Artorgus. We pop the Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon, then we attack over, and then we win. All right, good deal. Perfect. Gallatin. Trap. Trap. Gallatin will be the counter. Okay. We can equip the Gallatin right now. He has to tag out or it's a misplay. And if he's watching the stream, then now he knows. Come forth, Artorgus. Activating to equip the Gallatin and the Destiny. So we want to be protected from destruction. And we want to be bigger than the Azure Eyes, 3,000 defense. Good deal. Don't do it. He did it. Maybe he didn't know. He thought he was negating the graveyard. He accidentally made the right play. That was a mistake from him. Accidentally doing what he should be doing. Okay. We're going to set this. We take out the Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. No big deal. Perfect. Now, if our Artorgus were to be destroyed or about to be destroyed, we could chain summon a Dristan from the deck to re-equip, because we got summons from the grave. Very good. So we want to check the Hourglass, see if he has any quick plays. He has no quick plays in the hand. Perfect. Alternative Evolution, we're protected with Destiny once, so that's fine. Pop, we're protected. Now, if he makes a Vermilion Dragon Mech, that's when we want to chain the trap, summon from the deck a Dristan, so when he dies, the equipped cards will fall off and re-equip onto the Dristan. What you got? Oh my, we got Zelda. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. He scooped it. We didn't do anything special, but he really had no way to win. Just saying. And Noble Knights is the best, hands down, the #1 best deck to instantly build as a new player. No support for the child, no refunds, my friend. Here's to 18 months. Thank you, Zacchaeus. Red Miguel, you're the best dad. Thank you. No, you. Berserker with the 9, officially having a child to me. Love the game content. Thank you. It's me, CDT. How was your weekend, Dad? It was great. Thank you, Real Miguel. Swoop, thank you for all that you do. Love the Discord website and your streams. They have made me a much better player. Thank you. We don't want to time out, so I got to focus. Let's make some plays. Merlin for the win. He's got a dark. Okay. Sasu Senpai, where is my Valkyrie support? Konami, love the streams and all that you do. Thank you so much. So many traps in the hand. What the heck, mate? What the heck, mate? What the heck, mate? We're gonna summon a Boars. Pop the ARF. We equip it. We're going for big plays. We're going for greatness. Let's go. We're going all the way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa. Didn't expect Galton. Didn't expect you. Attack. He's got something. He's got something. Okay. Wow. Veil also. Veil. I think we're going to go for disruption on his turn and not actually do anything else. Wow. You gained all that back. Insane. Okay. Charge Light Brigade, Mill 3. Okay. A VTuber child. Lila. I don't care about your Lila. I will draw. Hey, Dkayed, my girlfriend told me to sink her phone, so I threw it in the ocean. Haha. Just kidding. What the heck? BS Ninja? Jesus. I don't have a girlfriend. Just kidding. Oh, okay, good. That would have been bad. We good. We have Double Trap in the graveyard. Come forth and summon. Dristin. Lila be millin'. Let's set the book. I don't think there'll be another turn here. I think this will be it. This will be it. Let's go. Attack. Okay. Attack. Attack. Temperance. You what, mate? Let's go. Activate. Double equipavate. Attack. Veil. What do we have here? A fool. We have a 12-0. Let's go. Back to Fortnite.